Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So today we officially got the announcement from LG Art Lab on Twitter. This was from LG Electronics themselves, actually, with over 381.4K followers. I know that we've been talking about this LG Art Lab with NFTs from LG for, about 2 days or so now. The only reason why I bring it back up is because we actually have here, welcome LG Art Lab, the NFT platform built on Hedera Hbar and transacted in HUSD-C, which is Circle Pay on Hedera Network Rails. I think that this is awesome, but first off, the main thing that I think is awesome around this is the fact that we are seeing full-on marketing from LG US, which is awesome because again, having something like LG Art Lab, shout us out, is great, but they don't have a ton of followership. They only have 830 followers. This is a new major innovation. What I'm actually very excited about is seeing the full-on announcement from LG Electronics, because going back in the past, this has been a big issue around GC members. Remember everyone bringing up the fact that Ubisoft, for example, did not announce that they were partnering with Hedera. That is still up in question for a lot of people. To me, I don't think that they would announce a GC member without having a full-on confirmation of it. That's just my opinion, but again, I could be wrong. But seeing LG Electronics actually market Hbar and Hedera and what they are building with them, that's something special to me. And it also shows you that, listen, although we don't have a ton of marketing from the Hedera team, we have been seeing a major push in the right direction from Hedera, but also from these major, companies as well. Having something like LG, market your token and market your project, that's something big. And it kind of reminds me of Quant with Oracle, how Oracle has been touting Quant's name for a while. That's awesome to see around this market because there's not a lot like this in this space. There's not a lot of, full-on fundamental success without speculation in this space. So having something like this that is solidified in history is awesome to see. And also, talking about marketing, we did see another update from Scott Melker on Twitter, who does have over 860,000 followers. And he actually did do a full-on discussion here with Mance Harmon. Must watch. Mance Harmon sits for an in-depth discussion with Scott Melker, diving into the enterprise use cases and many unique value propositions Hedera brings to Web3: high scalability, enterprise-grade ABFT security, and unmatched energy efficiency. And this title is actually, this layer 1 can process 1,000x more transactions than, for example, like Ethereum and even Bitcoin. I think that this is awesome to see. Not only does it solidify where marketing really is kind of taking a hold of with Hedera, it also provides an insight on where Hedera is positioned going forward. It also kind of gives a lot more individuals an insight to learn about Hedera, learn about what is happening behind the scenes technologically, and I think that this is very cool to see. And also, yeah, when we talk about the value propositions of Hedera in regards to the mechanism behind it, the technology behind it, this is why I do believe that Hedera will be the trust layer for the Web3 economy. And I even did say that on Twitter. I said, I strongly believe that Hbar will be the trust layer of the Web3 economy. I think that Hbar is a major role player within the Web3 move. And I think that going forward, everyone should be watching this space closely around Hedera, because Hedera has been making a ton of noise, and I've been talking about this for a while. And again, go ahead, bring up price. We could go and look at CMC and go look at any of these tokens. You can go look at QNT. You can look at XRP, Casper, whatever. They are all down because the entire market is down. And also, talking about a few things actually, as the market is down, we have been seeing a ton of incredible activity from some Dapps building out on Hedera. For example, SaucerSwap Labs. Trajectory of overall swap events is looking good. More than 50,000 swaps have been performed in the past week alone. The HTS economy is emerging. And yes, this is great. All of this will trickle down. This is a domino effect. All of these major dApps that are performing very well, these HTS tokens, is incredible to see. And we do see, this major amount of trading activity on SaucerSwap. And this is something to not be disregarded at all. This is very cool, and I think that this is very awesome, especially when you are seeing 50,000 swaps in just 1 week alone. That is something, that is not only historical, but monumental for the ecosystem. And also talking about a few things actually happening around crypto. This is the major thing to focus on going forward. As we are seeing the market kind of sell off and we are seeing a major crashing point in the market, we are constantly watching this Ethereum merge news. I don't even play into it. I actually don't even think that this is bullish for Ethereum. I think that it is more bearish than anything. A lot of people who are in Ethereum maxi will say that this is extremely bullish, that it's going to allow Ethereum to be massively adopted. It's going to, boost this, it's going to boost that, whatever. To me, it's really not that big of an innovation. And we do see legacy media outlets have described Ethereum's merge as like changing the engine of a spaceship mid-flight and warned its failure could tank the entire industry. Now, I actually don't think that the failure could tank the entire industry. I think that we might see a little bit of a short sell-off possibly. And with, of course, Ethereum gaining a ton of dominance over the market, yeah, sure, it could, hurt some altcoins fairly well. But what I'm actually looking at is that if this does fail, where does Ethereum go from there? Do they kind of take a step back, replan things, go back to the drawing board? How long will it take them to actually innovate to get on the same level of some of these major layer ones? How will they innovate further to be on par with Hedera? How will they innovate further to, not have its secondary spot within this market sort of rivaled? And I think that going forward, we will see a lot more layer ones in this space rivaling, Ethereum spot. I think that Ethereum spot is not safe. I think that if anything, right now, everyone is focused on this merge and thinking that it's going to be extremely bullish. So some people are buying into it, some people are longing it, whatever. I think that that is not the move. I think that this is a sell the news event, and I don't believe that this is going to be very bullish for the market at all. But what is bullish around this market is what we have been seeing around adoption. So although we are in a bear market, I'm not really focused on the bear market. I'm focused on the next cycle. What's going to happen in the next cycle? How much money is going to pour into this market? How many individuals are going to jump in? That's what I'm focused on. And what I'm actually really focused on is the growth around this market. We have been seeing a lot of banks jumping into crypto. And we actually do see Singapore's biggest bank plans to grow its crypto business despite the crypto bear market. We have been seeing a lot of discussions like this. In fact, we've been seeing a major push around crypto adoption from the banking sector, from the financial institutional sector. This is not going to slow down. In fact, this is only going to speed up more and more. I think that this is the moment in time where a lot of these banks and a lot of these financial institutions are eyeing this market. It is at a major sell-off. All they see is the discount, and all they are seeing, on paper is dollar sign after dollar sign after dollar sign because they do see the gains here. Now, they are not oblivious to this. Listen, if you and me can see this, these banks and financial institutions can also see it. For the longest time, they touted crypto. They said crypto is not going to do this. Crypto is a dead market. Stay away from crypto. Do that, blah, blah, blah. Listen. Anyone that listens to the big bankers is idiotic. You do the opposite of what they are telling you to do. And then you see everything come together in a big puzzle piece agenda, and you do see exactly why, at the same time that they were telling you to stay away, they were buying heavily. Because crypto, at the end of the day, will make a lot of people rich. It will financially free a lot of individuals. It will break the shackles for those individuals out there that are, grinding every single day, working every single day. Trust me, I have done it. I've been there before. Before, owning my own business, trust me, I did construction. It sucks. A lot of these major industries, they're rough on anyone that is doing it. I feel for anyone out there that is working the 9 to 5, that is going to work every single day. It is not easy at all. Nobody should be disregarding it at all. It's a grind. And you know what? I respect everyone out there that is doing it because, again, at the end of the day, we all have our own goals. We all have our own dreams. And it all starts with, some people get handed things in life. But those individuals out there that are going and working, for their future, they see the vision, they see the goals, and they will not stop at all to achieve it. That is respect. And they will achieve it. And I do think that, crypto is a market that does open a lot of doors. I think that it is a key that unlocks a ton of financial freedom because there's nothing like it. And also right now, we are seeing a big push around crypto. We are seeing big bankers jumping into crypto. We are seeing big innovations happening around corporations and companies, diving into crypto, seeing the potential behind it. You honestly think that these major names, all of them, like BlackRock, for an example, are wrong? Absolutely not. And we do see here ING's ex-head of digital assets will now lead the blockchain-focused fund of $42 billion investment firm. Again, we are seeing a major push towards crypto-driven moves. Just recently, actually, as well, we've been looking at a lot of individuals quitting these, hedge funds and these major banks, positions that they have. We're talking higher ups too, executives that are quitting the traditional financial sector and diving into the DeFi sector. This is a huge move. It also shows you where everything is headed. I'm telling you, this is why I'm focused on what's happening around this space. I think that going forward, we will see a major, we're going to see a fire that's going to get ignited, that's going to continue to burn for decades. Crypto is that innovation that it just does not stop. We talk about Rockefeller wealth on this channel here and there with XRP because, what they are disrupting, but don't tout HBAR at all. Do not doubt it at all. When we really kind of look at what HBAR is focused on, what, Hedera is doing, they are going to build out incredible things within the Web3 economy that is going to disrupt many processes. In fact, they've already been doing this. We look at supply chains. They're disrupting supply chains at the core. We look at, what they are doing with some of these major players like, we've been focused on like track and trace programs with like Neuron. I think that is a huge innovation, but that is just like the little bit that we get to see. The big focus is with MTech, with CBDCs. They are focused on the big money plays here, and I think that this is only going to be ignited more and more going forward. This is why I say, like, we should be focusing on the bigger picture here. We should be focusing on what is happening, and adoption is growing. There's a ton of numbers to look at. You go look at Hashpack Wallet, which I said, like, Hashpack Wallet is the big key around, HBAR with NFTs, DeFi, Dapps, everything. 50,000 plus Chrome extension installs, 100,000 plus accounts created, 15,000 plus followers, over 5,000 Android downloads in 24 hours. That's right, 5,000 in 24 hours. This is something to not disregard. And in fact, Hashpack has enabled over $50 million in TVL with our Stater HBAR and SaucerSwap Lab integrations, not to mention over 60 million HBAR volume in NFT sales with Zeus Market, Hash Access, and even Hash Guild. DeFi and NFTs are booming on Hedera. We're only getting started. And that's right. This space, it is breathtaking. I mean, you go and look back at a few months ago, even going back a year ago. I mean, it's so different. This market is, 24/7, 365, and it is nonstop, 100 miles per hour. It is speeding through every single red light, going through every single stop sign. It is not stopping at all for anything, and the growth has been enormous. It has been something very special to watch, specifically around Hedera as well. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.